Here's a nice piece of shit.
It's time for Blumpkin&Friends, starring your host, the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin.
Oh, dear God, no!
Hey kids, I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin, and with me here today is my friend,
Number one fan, Tim.
guess what?
What?
I'm a married man now.
You are. Yes, you are.
Because my wedding was Saturday,
It was.
and despite the objections of a certain bastard pirate captain, nobody came and tried to commandeer the ceremony.
No, Brownbeard did not show up.
No, I figured he was bluffing.
Why?
Well, you were in attendance at my wedding.
Yes, I was.
Did you have a good time?
Mrs. Number one fan and I had a good time. Yes.
That's good. I tried to give it some uniqueness, some production value.
On the groom's side of the aisle, yes. The bride's side of the aisle didn't seem to be too participating.
Yeah, I didn't really fill them in on that shit.
I wonder if they were looking over. It's like, what a bunch of yahoos.
What he is referring to is, first of all, there was a seating chart for my side, which got completely snafu'd by my nephew, who apparently doesn't fucking know how to read.
When he was ushering us, I was like, I'm going to go sit by the lady in purple. He's like, okay. So when I went to go sit by my parents, and you're like, no, you got to sit up here. I'm just like, oh, I get to sit near the front. Awesome.
Yeah, so I basically had to go, I was inside the house, and I looked outside. I'm like, who the fuck are all these people sitting on my side? So I went out there, and I had to lower the boom. Someone's like, it's not important. I'm like, it's important to me. It's my fucking day.
Yeah, it's your day. It's what you want. No one else gets to say in it. Well, except for the Dirty
missus,
Bee.
yes, the Dirty Bee. That was her mom who tried to say it's no big deal. My mother-in-law, she's a little controlling. But anyway, I went out there, and I had to tell the crowd, I'm like, there's been a mistake. A bunch of you are sitting in the wrong spots. There was a seating chart from my side. Over here is her side.
This must have been before I got there.
No, I think you were right there. Were you?
No, I don't recall you saying any of that.
Oh, okay. Well, I came down, and I quickly bade about 35 people move. And then you saw
Yeah, that was definitely before I got there.
you saw how empty my side was at that point.
It was.
I was like, fuck.
God damn it.
All right, we need to fill my side back in a little bit. Couple of you come over here.
10 people no-showed
Really?
that said they would be there.
Dicks.
I have not gotten answers from most of them. I don't know what happened to them. I hope they're alive.
I wasn't going to miss that day.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Well, that wasn't the first challenge we had either. Right in the beginning, when we started to kick off with the photos that were supposed to be starting at 2, we started at 3:10.
What is wrong with you?
That's normal.
And when we did, the Chi-Chi wanted no part of photos, so I had to get into a pissing match with her.
Our turtle, she doesn't smile in any of our wedding photos.
Oh, it's not even the smile. She didn't even want to fucking be standing there. She tried to hide.
Oh, no, gotta be there.
I was like, you little bitch. Don't you fuck this for me. I have so much going on ahead of right now. This is the first hurdle of the day. You're already screwing the pooch. And here's my mom. Your father-in-law is not too impressed with you right now. What do you mean? Well, he just doesn't seem too happy with you. Why? Because your attitude. And I looked at her like, what the fuck does that mean? She's like, I'm not going to talk.
This
more.
is
Like,
coming from Linda?
yeah. I'm like, you're not going to say something like that and then fucking walk away. Don't give me vague generalizations and plant a seed in my mind if there's nothing.
But that's what she does.
She's a gaslighter. It's fucking ridiculous. I found out there was no problem. Father-in-law had zero problem.
He looked like he was just there like, all right, it's hot. I want to get out of this tux.
He's 78.
Yeah, I noticed he was an older gentleman.
Yeah, so, he just wanted to sit down. But anyway, the seating chart snafu, and then when I say production value and you talk about my side being the main participants, here's what happened. For one, usually the bride gets this grand entrance. I wanted an entrance. So I set all the music. I handed playlists to the fucking DJ. I micromanaged the entertainment staff and said, here's my song. Then the kids come out. Then she comes out. And I encouraged my friends to make crowd signs. Like
Which
it was
couple did, yeah.
Like it was a wrestling show. The night before, my last night as a bachelor, you were sleepy because you had to work. Dickface wasn't at the bar, so I couldn't say hi to him. So I went over to Rick James's place. And he told me what he wanted to make for a sign. He wanted to make the Cobra symbol from G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Because back in the day when I worked at Blaine Menard's store, many of my friends referred to me as Cobra because I was obsessed with Cobra Commander. And we'd be across the store, and you might not even hear it, but you'd see an arm go up like, yeah. And you just faintly hear, Cobra! I used to do that shit. They used to do it back to me. So, yeah, there were crowd signs like it was a wrestling show. It was very classy. Very classy.
Noisemakers.
Neil's failed attempt at air horning it with dollar store noisemakers.
They were cool, though, because they're... Well, until the kids got a hold of them.
Yeah. It was
Pump,
just like...
Pump action air horn, yeah.
It wasn't like... It's not like the air horn.
No.
Which I told him I should have just taped under his chair and left him a note like, look under your seat. You'll know when the time is right. But then I was nervous that he'd blow it at the wrong time because he told me, well, I'd probably just keep blowing it repeatedly. I'm like, no, because I will throw a chair at your face.
Yeah, and Mrs. Number One fan was sitting next to him, so don't want to hit her.
Yes. So finally, the time for the actual event hit. My music hit, and down I came. Describe for me what you saw.
You carrying your newborn infant in your arm. She's kind of laying down on your arm, and you're just kind of footballing her.
I was holding her. She was leaning forward with her face in the palm of my hand and her legs wrapped around my arm by my elbow. As I'm putting my hands up like, hey, I'm just like swinging a baby around. Baby.
Yeah, you were.
People are like, oh my God, what the fuck?
Baby looked very comfortable.
I challenge you to go to another wedding and find anybody that thought wrestling signs and two, came down waving a baby. I wasn't just holding her. I was waving a baby.
Oh, you were waving. And then you walked down the center aisle, and you didn't want like a walk or a march. It was like strutting.
Yeah. Well, I was going to do it slow.
Like, I'm the fucking shit.
I am the fucking shit. Who else does stuff like that? That's why I'm the fucking shit. And then next, we're supposed to be the girls coming down, and they're supposed to go behind the seats and come up the center aisle like I did.
Mm-hmm.
And right away, the Chi-Chi just walks real slow up to me, up the side, and buries her face in my butt cheek. The other two did what they're supposed to. Little E and the Juice did what they're supposed to.
But it was funny when Juice got behind and into the center aisle. She's like, I'm just tired.
Yeah.
And you could hear everyone laughing.
Yeah, it was kind of a gong show.
Oh, really?
That's what happened when you put kids in a wedding, though. Like, because in my wedding, when you were there, Pubert was supposed to go down first. Then it was supposed to be Drama and Bubba. Mm-hmm. We're supposed to walk down with each other and put flowers out. And then Turtle was supposed to follow along by herself.
How'd that go?
It didn't work. She ended up walking down the aisle with... I don't remember. But she didn't come down by herself. She had to walk with somebody else. Man, I really don't remember.
I also don't remember. But it wasn't my wedding, so it's not...
I'm not terribly concerned. There's pictures. I can look at the pictures.
Right. And then the Dirty Bee came down, and she was worried about crying. And
she didn't.
She did not. And then our officiant read a bunch of stuff. I pretty much zoned out.
Most of which we couldn't hear because she was talking so quiet.
Yeah.
Then again, I have shitty hearing to begin with.
And then came the time for me to read my vows.
That was hilarious. Who wants to read their vows first? Not it. Step back.
I did say that, didn't I?
You did.
I went, not it. And then she's like, no, you go. And I opened them, and I hadn't like really paid attention to that first line the last few days when I kind of looked at this piece of paper. Mm-hmm. So I look, I'm like, I need the rings. Come on, give me the rings.
That's why you did that.
Yeah.
Because you started looking at it, I'm like, okay, but all of a sudden you're like, I need the rings. I was like, did he forget what the...
So my sister-in-law had to hand me the rings, which completely screwed up our officiant because there was a part about rings, and they were already in my hand. Because my vow started with this ring, I thee wed. And then I said a bunch of very beautiful things. 12 lines worth.
Oh, good for you.
12 lines worth. I think mine was about 12 lines.
She wrote hers the night before. She stalled as long as possible because she couldn't think of what to put. And then I gave her some tips. I coached her. But nobody could fucking hear her.
No, I didn't hear a word she said.
She rushed through them and tried to be quiet because she knew that if she slowed down so everybody could hear, she would start bawling.
She kind of started tearing up in the end there.
Yeah. I did hand her a Kleenex when it was time for the vows. It's like, you're going to need this.
Yes, I think I did see that.
Yeah. She did not completely fall apart, though. And then she's reading hers, and she got a little bit into it. I'm like, took a deep breath to kind of pushed it down, some of that emotion that was stewing.
Oh, you were having emotions?
A little bit, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I tuned out what she was saying, I'm not going to lie. I was like, if I tune this out, then I can't let it hurt me too much to the point where I cry in front of people. Plus, we were wearing sunglasses, so that helped.
Yeah. When Mrs. Number One and I did our vows, like I said, I wrote mine. And I even wrote where I was pausing. I don't know if you remember. Probably not.
No, I'm
there were moments where I would purposely pause because I was hoping or expecting laughter. The way I wrote my vows, it was supposed to be. So I wrote in the pauses and everything, and I did mine, and she was tearing up, and then she did hers, and I paid very close attention to Mrs. Number One fans because I wanted to know who did their vows better. And I honestly think I fucking rocked it.
Well, I know that I won because people said to me, those were beautiful. And my cousin's like, I didn't know he could write like that. I got compliments. Here's the weirdest compliment. As soon as I got done reading mine, Reese Hartfeld from Genre Treason, who's a part of Fuck Buddies with me, he turns to Joey Black and goes, those are some weird Fuck Buddies lyrics, don't you think? I was like, nice. Nice. Too bad I didn't hear that one. Which, by the way, Reese Hartfeld's sign was just, he drew a hand flipping the bird.
I didn't see that one.
Lunchboxes said Pesquizzle Scazzle.
Didn't see that one.
Which is a phrase that I coined years ago. When there's even an episode named after that, the first time I had those boys on.
Mm-hmm.
Neil just put my name and 316.
Yeah, he told me it was a wrestling reference.
It is to Austin 316.
Okay.
And then, of course, Ricky had the Cobra sign.
Saw that.
And then he also had the BWO Blumpkin World Order sign.
Blumpkin World Order. Those are the three that I saw.
A couple people on her side that the missus works with was like, does that seriously say Blumpkin? There's a sign that says Blumpkin at this wedding. I'm like, you're welcome. Boom.
Does her family not know about the show?
Not so much, no.
Okay. Well, you want to get the word out, you better start telling your relatives.
Well, yeah, maybe not so many relatives per se. And then it was time for our kiss, and then I took off my sunglasses, and then I took off her sunglasses.
Yep, you took hers off and stuck
them. Then I figured I'd caress her face to try to make her cry, and then I smooched her. And then it was time to walk out, and the DJ starts playing the exit song. But then he stopped suddenly. I'm like,
Yeah, he did pause.
I'm like, what the hell? She's like, we'll go. I'm like, no, the music's supposed to be playing right now. Make the song, keep the song going.
So none of that was scripted?
No, that was a fuck up.
I thought for sure you were scripting that.
No, we walked out to the Jack White from the White Stripes, doing a cover of Stevie Wonder's "You Are the Sunshine of My Life."
Mm-hmm. I recognize the tune. I didn't know who actually played the music, though.
Well, it's the cover of it's him singing and playing guitar, and the rest of the musicians are the Muppet Show Electric Mayhem Band.
Okay.
It was a cover from back when Muppets Tonight was a show. Yeah, fucking A. It's obscure. I know. I did not go with the original. I told him to surprise me on that one. I had the original, and then I had the cover. Now, afterwards, we immediately got in place for the receiving line, which most people completely ignored.
Yeah, myself included.
And more people lined up for the beer keg.
Yeah.
I hadn't even shook in like 3 hands, and I already see him pumping the tap. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
I was waiting for the line to get down, so I didn't want to stand it. Not for the beer, but for the receiving line, because I didn't want to stand in line. As I was sitting in the sun baking for a half hour, I'm surprised it didn't look like I pissed my pants.
It was hot.
It was hot.
I was damp. I was moist in spots I wish I wasn't moist.
I was too.
Like
there was a fucking river flowing down my back.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
I probably should have just put like a rolled up bit of toilet paper between my ass cheeks all night.
I need to buy a shirt that's not black and breathes. That's the problem. That shirt I wore doesn't breathe.
Maybe you should buy like a sleeveless blouse, a men's blouse.
No, I don't think so.
Something with some ruffles on the chest, but no sleeves.
No sleeves?
No sleeves. That's the way you got to mix it up.
Hey, boys and girls. It's time for another Hey, boys and girls. Hey, boys and girls. Hey, boys and 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 girls. It's It's time for another ITradio fucking fucker shitting ass tits beer.
Why when I'm a little kid am I laughing
I like
so
the little
deeply?
giggling in the babackground.
It's your dad.
It's my dad.
Yeah. He bought the toys for you.
No, my mom did. Jack.
Because I had to make you sound manly at 3 years old with your little tiny dick.
Well, how's that
Sorry.
any different than now?
Well, at least you admit
I
that you have
sound
a
very manly and still have a very tiny dick.
Okay, I was going to say, you better say that you have a smart, tiny dick and not... yeah.
Well, remember the show's stuff that's not true.
Who said it's not true?
Well, I've said before it's a grower, not a shower.
I can lie about what the show's
My
title
dick is huge then.
We didn't really come out and say that this show is going to be a whole bunch of fake shit. You just admitted
Is
that you
that
have
why
a small
after you
dick.
told me, okay, come over, you called me back 2 minutes later to say, oh yeah, tonight's show is
I was
not gonna be
hoping
about
that you would
stuff
say that
happened
you would
in our
have a
life.
small dick. So when you fuck Frosty, he doesn't know that you're actually going to annihilate his asshole.
I love always treating the show like it's a game of Connect 4 where you have to be like 2 moves ahead.
It is. That's it, radio. Haven't you ever been on our show before?
No, you're such a dick.
I don't think
That's the whole
Graham's
point.
been on our
It's
show
never
before.
supposed to make sense. Maybe by the next show when I re-listen to the show and I'm editing it, if I even edit it, I'll be sucking dick and I'll be like, yeah, that's right. I fucked up.
It does not make sense.
Are you going to say it while you're
Look
sucking
at the
dick
silly
or
monkey.
think it while you're sucking dick?
I don't know what the fuck that was, but that's what I'm going to say.
Blub, blub, blurb. Ooh!
You're listening to Blumpkin&Friends.
Here's an interesting fact. I was standing around talking with some friends, and my sister-in-law comes up, and it was her house that we had the wedding at.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful house.
Holy shit, beautiful.
They have some money, yes. And also, her yard, which was big enough for the tents and the ceremony and the whole shebang. She comes up and goes, okay, I don't want to worry you, and she doesn't want to make a scene. I'm like, the fuck? But your mom fell. I'm like, what?
Oh, yeah, this incident.
She's like, yeah, your mom was talking to my dad, and then I guess she just fell, and she almost hit her head, but she doesn't want to make a big deal out of it because she doesn't want to, take attention away from you guys. And I paused for a second. I'm like, could I be so lucky? Could she drop dead during the fucking reception party? I'm like, nah, this is just a tease. I'm just going to roll with it. But yeah, my mom fell. And part of it was that she landed on her big cushy ass.
Did she trip?
She just fell over because of the heat. And she's also uncoordinated.
I suppose.
She has a weird center of gravity. It's in the hips. And if you turn too suddenly, whoop,
Centrifugal force takes over.
Fucking right it does. So then, fast forward a little bit, there was some dinner, and then we had our first dance. It was our only dance.
Which was beautiful.
Was it beautiful?
It was beautiful.
Okay. I also picked that song. It was Elvis's Can't Help Falling in Love.
Yeah. Mrs. Number One fan got a little teary-eyed during that.
Yeah, it wasn't much of a dance. We just kind of went back and forth a bit.
That's all I know how to dance. You were at my wedding. Can I dance? No, I can't dance.
I don't know. I busted some pretty sick fucking ass-shaking moves, and I got spanked a number of times when dancing at your wedding. And that was only in the span of like 30 seconds, because I had about a minute's worth of moves.
When you were doing that, I was taking Pubert up to the hotel room because he wanted to go watch TV and all that. And we figured, fine, get out of our hair. So I missed all that, but when I come back down to the reception, Linda was like, oh, Tim, you totally missed it. Got up there and he was really cutting a rug. I've never seen him do that. I'm just like, oh, okay, well, hopefully somebody taped it.
Well, first off, I can't dance for shit. Most of my moves are like cheesy gigolo dick-shaking moves.
But that
hip
really
thrusting.
seemed to impress her.
Good for her. Good for her. Here's some things we didn't do. Father-daughter dance. Dollar dance. DJ forgot to play the heavy metal version of the chicken dance. Didn't do a mother-son dance.
Would you have in the first place?
I don't know. My mom's like, why didn't you do any parent dances? Because you don't want to dance with me? And I just said, will you stop fucking fishing for affirmation?
Jesus.
Does everything have to be about you? Get over yourself.
Well, like her falling. I overheard her several times tell people, I fell, but I'm okay.
I would have just not told anybody because a fat shit like her falling over, that's embarrassing.
I heard I don't know who it was, but somebody was just like, well, yeah, he heard his mother fell, but he didn't. He's just like, oh, okay. And I was just like,
Well, what the fuck am I going to do? Go
yeah,
rushing to her aid?
Past and over? I mean...
Linda, did the cellulite in your hips not cushion your fall enough? Are you okay? Because I got people to talk to that aren't you.
God, I'm so fucking tired of your shit!
So we had our first and only dance. We didn't throw a garter. She didn't throw a bouquet.
Nope.
We kind of forgot about that.
You got to be kidding me.
I was going to say something, but when... I don't know. I figured you guys would do kind of your own thing.
And there were no speeches. Why were there no speeches? Tell me why there were no speeches.
Because the DJ didn't walk around and say, hey, let's get speeches. There was no best man. There was no brides.
Okay, that's what I was getting for. There was no wedding party.
There was not.
That was my own decision that she was like, that's a good idea.
No wedding party?
No wedding party. Based upon the fact of people have busy lives and schedules, and they don't need to give me time and money that they might not have for rentals of tuxes and dresses. And I'm sick of hearing about bridezillas and people not getting along. So I'm like, fuck it. It's our day. We'll just make it about us. It'd be way easier if we don't have a party. No offense to anybody that would have been one of my groomsmen. Yes, you probably would have been my best man had I had one. Please don't take offense to that.
No, I don't take offense to any of that stuff.
Well, my mom was deeply worried you'd be offended.
It makes me feel ashamed, though, because how many groomsmen did I have at my wedding?
4, 5?
The best man, and then it was you, that guy, the other guy, and then my brother. So, yeah, a total of 5.
Yeah. Way quicker up and down the aisle when you got no wedding party.
Yeah. But, I guess I had it that big because... everyone that was in all my groomsmen were huge people in my life. So I wanted everyone there.
Well, that's why I did a seating chart, so I'd have all my friends right there in the aisle real close.
Yeah.
And that way, because I gave you the option for signs and participation, you weren't just there to see me, you were also there to support me at the same time. It was like a dual role with some fun and some entertainment value. I wanted it to be so fucking unique.
Mrs. Number One Fan was pissed off that I failed to tell her that you wanted people to make signs. And I said, did you not get a mass text from him? She's like, no. I said, because he sent it, I think, to everyone.
I fucking did.
See, she says she didn't. So I was like, okay, well, that's why I didn't say anything, because I figured she got a text message. So she was a little miffed at me that we didn't have a sign.
Sorry.
And it totally would have been the one we discussed at your bachelor party.
I don't remember what that was.
I love anal.
Damn it.
But I wanted to have it with an arrow pointing towards her.
Oh, I love anal sex.
God, I forget. She does love anal. There's a few songs that had particular uniqueness and significance during the DJ just playing music for us.
Are you talking about while everyone was dancing or while we were waiting for the ceremony and for the actual dances to start? Because that was some pretty interesting music he was playing.
At which point?
We were waiting for the ceremony to start.
I picked that.
And then it was kind of while people were just kind of waiting, the receiving line.
I picked that.
Before he started the dances.
Before the wedding was Marconi Union's Weightless, the extended half-an-hour mix.
I liked that.
And then during the mingling / dinner / waiting to figure out what the fuck's going on portion of things, I had him play 2 full albums worth of songs by the band Explosions in the Sky. Which my photographer, by the way, was like, dude, this is so awesome. I love Explosions. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You know who that is?
I don't know who it is, but I want to know more. You got those on? Can I get a copy of those?
I have them on my thumb drive. They're all instrumental.
That's what I like about them.
My photographer, he kept chasing me around and taking candid snaps of me. And I don't like pictures. And I got to say...
Sorry, but that's... Well, I don't know. Never
How
mind.
fucking candid is it if you're 6 feet away from me at all times and I can see you out of my peripheral vision? Hide behind a fucking houseplant or the couch or something.
Not that photographer. He's a little bigger.
Yeah, well.
But not exceedingly huge.
YMCA played. He played YMCA, the DJ did.
Yes, he did. While we were playing I Have Never.
We're getting there. Here's why that is funny. YMCA. I looked at Neil and I said, remind me later about YMCA. It's for the show. And now, story time. Last week, we were working on the house.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just started doing it in the laundry room.
Nice.
It was kind of a stander-upper, and I had her, from behind pressed up against the dryer. And I got bored of just like pumping. I was just like hands on my sides like a porn star, just humping my waist, just thrusting forward.
Just working it.
I, for some reason, started doing the letters of YMCA just so I could laugh at my own shadow. She did not notice anything was up until she felt me moving around some, and then she noticed that I was doing like the sprinkler dance.
What's
It's
the
like,
sprinkler dance? Are you kidding me?
I did that. I was dancing during sex in the laundry room.
Totally gonna fucking do that just to be funny.
And then we were afraid we were going to get caught by little E, so then we finished in here. On my chair, don't worry.
I was gonna say.
Well, she was looking out the door, watching for trouble, and I was behind, still doing my... We fucked in the studio.
There's been a couple of times where Mrs. Number One and I go out to the garage, close the doors, lean up on the motorcycle, and we're both staring at the door.
Oh.
Just in case.
No, I was staring at her back tattoo.
Oh, she got a tramp stamp. Is it a tramp stamp or is it higher up?
There's multiple back tattoos.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at the lower one.
Mrs. Number One fan got one. She got 2.
Oh, that's nice.
Tramp
that's
and
nice.
then right shoulder.
You're listening to Blumpkin&Friends.
Another one, another significant song. Somebody requested the theme to Titanic.
Yeah, who the hell was that?
I think it was my other sister-in-law who has Down syndrome.
Okay, I can understand that.
She thought it was a pretty love song.
Yeah, it's a good song.
I started instantly booing at the top of my lungs from 50 yards away.
Yes, you did. Boo! The groove says boo!
Everybody fucking heard me. That was the best part, is that we got quiet. I waited for the quiet pauses in Celine Dion so that I could totally fucking vocal project.
A couple of people were just like, what, why is he saying that? And the rest of us that sat at the table like, yes.
Yes. Well, let's take a break in the action here for a second.
All right.
It's the time in the episode when I think we should play a game.
A game?
We will be playing the RPS Challenge.
Sweet. Now, is this an actual title champion here, or is this...
That's your hands.
Yes, it is.
That's your hands.
I remember that.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Blumpkin&Friends proudly brings to you the Rock, Paper, Scissors Intercontinental Championship Challenge Championship of the World! The Juice and Graham have lost their RPS title challenges.
Mm-hmm.
So, because you have wins over your wife, and I think one other person, you will be taking on champion Nurse Ashley.
Oh, she's tough to go against.
She is tough to go against. She's got a big baby in the way right now. That might be her good luck charm. So without further ado, hand number 1.
I went with scissors.
Nurse Ashley, pick paper. Point for you.
Yay.
Hand number 2.
I went with rock.
She also went with rock. No point. Hand number 3.
I went with rock again.
She went with scissors, so a point for you.
Hell yeah.
So you're up 2-0 at this point. This is looking good for you. Hand number 4.
Paper.
She went scissors.
I'm not worried.
Yeah. Hand number 5.
I went with scissors.
She went with rock.
Fuck.
Overtime! So, here we go. 3 extra hands. Sudden death. Hand number 6.
Rock.
She also picked a rock. So, no point. Hand number 7.
Scissors.
She picked a paper.
Yay! Woohoo!
Is that your reaction? That's it?
Fucking right, dog!
Okay, you just overmodulated the
Sorry.
shit out of the mic. Your winner and new Rock, Paper, Scissors Intercontinental Championship Challenge champion, number 1 fan, Tim.
About fucking time.
Yeah, because you haven't been the champion on the air.
Since like the beginning almost.
You were the first champion and we did it off the air, and then you immediately lost to Graham of ITradio, who fucking had 4 successful title defenses, so he won 5 in a row.
Yeah, he did.
Before losing it to the Juice. Good for you. Good for you.
Yes.
Yeah, it was worth you coming over here. Well, I'm not done busting your balls yet, though.
Uh-oh.
As you mentioned, the wedding felt like a Blumpkin&Friends production.
A little bit.
A little bit. So at one point, once my mom finally shut the fuck up and walked away, and I've been waiting like 15 minutes for this, a number of us were around a table, and I said, "We've reached the point in the show where it's time to play a game."
You actually said that.
Out loud.
Didn't even hear it.
I don't think you were sitting right there.
No, I didn't come over until you guys were probably a few minutes in.
Neil and other Neil and Scotty knew what I was talking about. But their dates, other Neil's girlfriend and Scotty's wife, did not. And Rick James is like, "Oh, we're going to do it." And then there was Nani, of course. My high school buddy was there too. So once you and the missus sat down, we played ourselves a very healthy game of
Never Have I Ever.
And I was shocked.
You were shocked?
Yeah.
Aside from the fact that it came up about people that masturbate at work, and I was one of them. People that have masturbated at a job in the past.
That didn't really shock me. It was
Rick
all the
James.
times.
Rick James admitted to it. I'm like, wow, really? Rick James rubbed one out at work?
I admittedly never have, but now I'm kind of thinking, did I miss out on something?
I have to say that, well, for starters, I fucked up my very first one because I went first, and I said I've never been peed on by anybody. And then I remembered that once upon a time ago, I had a lover who accidentally had a pee problem.
You know, I was going to go with a golden shower question, but I had to leave about the time. So, or did I do the
You missed it. You weren't there when I went first.
No, but like, because I didn't know that one, I was actually going to do the golden, because I've never been peed on. Thank God. Does changing a kid's diaper count?
No, because that better not be sexual, for the love of God.
No, it's not. Changing a diaper of Pubert when he was an infant. I pulled the diaper and just sprinkler.
It's not the same as somebody pissing on you.
Well, it just said peeing. You didn't say golden shower or anything like that. Or did you say golden shower? See, I wasn't there.
I didn't say golden shower. I'm like, I've never been peed on by anyone before.
Golden shower would be the sexual term. Peeing on means any situation, if you ask me.
Well, either way, I've been straight up pissed on.
That's warming.
It wasn't. It actually feels cool when it comes out.
Does it really?
It was an accidental discharge. I'll spare her the indignance of saying her name. It's a sensitive subject. It's not the Dirty B. No, we're not going to guess.
I wasn't going to guess.
Let's just cut to the chase of why I brought this up. You made everybody's jaws drop. Twice. And you also piqued my interest.
Okay.
Somebody said, I've never had a three-way.
Mm-hmm.
You and the wife took a drink.
Yes, we did.
What the fucking shit?
First off, it takes alcohol.
Uh-huh.
And...
Was this a lady?
It was a lady.
Oh, okay. Because the Dirty B's like, oh, God, it wasn't a guy, was it? I'm like, number one fan Tim's, nothing on earth will coax him into a devil's three-way.
No, I don't want to cross swords.
Well, you don't have to. You might just feel each other pumping her through the different holes alongside the separating wall of...
I don't know. But no, it was another female.
Oh, that's good. How long ago was this?
A year and a half ago.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So this wasn't it like a Memorial Day barbecue?
No.
Was this at one of your tree burning parties on a Labor Day?
No, we just had a friend over for some drinks. And next thing I know, things were happening.
Who initiated that?
It's kind of hard to say. I remember...
Whoa. What do you mean it's hard? You can't say it's hard to say and then look away from my eyes when you say that and smile up at the ceiling like you're trying to not incriminate any one person in particular.
Well, not to sound like a pussy, but I'm wondering how much Mrs. Number One Fan wants me to actually indulge. So I'll try to be a little bit vague, but still give you guys some juicy details. We were drinking. We went out on the porch. You know, my house has that little tiny, like, breezeway porch thing.
Yeah.
And I started kissing Mrs. Number One.
Uh-huh.
And then I pulled her shirt up and started sucking on her boob. And next thing I know, I look to my right and someone else is sucking on the other boob.
Go on.
And then...
Dear Penthouse, I was in my breezeway with my wife when I started to suckle a teat, and I looked to the side of my eye, and another female friend who came for dinner was suckling the other teat.
Pretty much. And then it was asked, what do we do now? And I said, whatever you guys want to do.
What do we do now?
And then we went into the bedroom.
I believe that your penis was singing the song Celebration.
Yeah.
Basically, that was what was going on in your head, and your penis was like jumping around in your pants, like, yay, new vagina. I don't think I want to do that.
I felt kind of like a fifth wheel for a majority of it.
Fifth wheel? You mean a third wheel?
Third wheel, whatever you want to call it.
If it was a fifth wheel, then Jesus Christ, who are the other participants?
No,
that's not a three-way.
Okay.
That's a
So
fucking
third wheel. It felt kind of like a third wheel.
Gangbang.
Because there are a couple of rules put in place, and it's just like, okay, so.
Were the rules you couldn't have any fun or too much fun?
Could not penetrate the other partner.
What the fuck? What's the point then?
I don't know. That's what the rules were.
Huh.
You know what? I wasn't going to push my luck at this point.
That's like saying
I had 2 naked girls in my bed.
I guess, but that's like Bart trying to jump Springfield Gorge in his skateboard and saying he did it when he didn't actually do it.
Well,
he made it to the ramp and then Homer
I fingered. I think it said at that point it felt like it was more for those two.
It definitely was.
So
good for you. High five. Let's never speak of this again.
Yeah, let's just hope that Miss Number One fan's not like, what the fuck?
She told the whole internet that she loves anal. I don't think she's in any position to suddenly...
I don't know how much of a secret she wanted to keep this, though. I'll find out. And then you'll put it up anyways.
Yeah, it's I don't know who you think you're... Here's the other one that blew my mind. And this was an interesting car ride home with the Dirty B and I. It came out that you tried to fist the missus.
Yeah.
What does sweet Christmas fuck?
A little bit of foreplay, kind of working things over, and got a little aggressive, I guess, and was just trying to shove my whole hand up there.
Why?
I don't know.
Were you ticking things off a list?
No, I don't have a list. I just tried it. I got these 4 in there. I couldn't get the thumb in.
Oh my God. Okay, can I give you a tip?
Sure.
It's called the duck.
I was trying that at first. It's actually this part here. So I just kind of went like that.
You see what I'm doing? It looks like a duck, and then it goes in, and it turns upside down. It's all about lubricant and turning. It's that twisting motion. You can hear my hand going...
May have been lacking extra lubricant because I was just using her natural juices at that point.
No, you have to use like a whole tube of Kentucky jelly. Porn actress Faye Reagan had a how-to video on the internet that I watched where she talked another chick into how to fist her.
Oh. I might have seen that.
Well, Faye Reagan's a...
Well, no, did she do redhead. 2 hands?
I don't think so.
Because the video I remember seeing, and this is quite a while ago, right about the time I was getting divorced, got 1 hand in, and then it was 2 hands. And wow, that girl looked like she was enjoying it.
One turn deserves another. Never will I try to stick my whole fist in the missus, let alone both of them, so that I can say my prayers inside of her.
Yeah. I mean, I get it the 1 time, 2 times.
Because after that, then what's left? A bowling pin? A 40 bottle?
A 40 bottle? Yeah.
She's up to my elbow trying to see if I can tickle the bottom of her stomach.
You ever seen a movie called The Road to Wellville?
No.
Has Matthew Broderick in it. Can't remember the other actors in there. Well, one of them was he was just knighted.
Giggity.
Silence of the Lambs.
Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Sir Anthony Hopkins. He was in that movie too. And there was a part where the guy's wife goes to a massagist and he's actually fisting her. And eventually she gets caught and he's just like, what do you mean? He was up to his elbows in you.
Okay. That's pretty dirty.
Yeah. And this movie takes place in like 1900s, like the 10s or the 20s.
Ah, so during the time of the Great War.
Right around that time. I mean, they were wearing the petticoats and the little umbrellas and shit. And
times were tough.
All proper.
Fists were given.
Favors were exchanged. If you ever get the opportunity, check the movie out. It is definitely fucking odd, but... Oh, John Cusack's in the movie, too.
I would rather just watch more Faye Reagan porn, because I like redheaded women's sometimes.
Yeah.
She's got freckles. I like it.
I'm not a big fan of freckles.
Well, to each his own.
To each.
4 rounds of Never Have I Ever did we play. Lunchbox and Reese Hartfelt were not there because they had to go to stuff. Lunchbox went to the NXT wrestling show. Reese Hartfelt went to a rap show of some friends of his for a CD release party. So they bounced relatively early. In fact, virtually right away.
Quitters.
Yeah. I tried to set up my coworker who's single with my uncle who's also single, but he's 10 years older than she is. So
there's a lot of people actually doing that nowadays.
Well, he's also been divorced 3 times and almost married a 4th.
Oh, yeah.
This is the same uncle that had his first child with his first wife and his first child with his mistress at the same hospital around the same time.
Oh, wow.
He's classy. I like him. He used to be an old pussy hound, but not anymore.
After 3 divorces, I probably wouldn't want to be so much of a pussy hound either.
Yeah. Interact with the show on Twitter at Blumpkin Show. That is at Blumpkin Show. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/group/Blumpkin and Friends. You're listening to the show on YouTube. Please like and subscribe and tell some friends. And they'll tell some friends. And help me increase the audience because I do this for free, because I like to entertain, because I want to make people's lives more joyous. I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin.
And I'm number 1 fan, Tim.
Good night. Bonus show. There's a bonus. Now that we're done talking about the wedding day,
which was awesome.
The next day was the gift opening, which you could basically call that me versus my mother-in-law. Have you ever watched a show where 2 characters are constantly kind of taking digs at each other and you can't tell if they're fighting or if it's playful, but it keeps going?
Uh-huh.
That is us to a T, my mother-in-law and I. She thinks she's ribbing me, and I'm doing my best to not be all of me, or she would get crushed.
You're holding it back?
Oh, fuck yeah, I am.
You have a heart of gold.
Yeah, well. Here's some of the gifts we got. The first thing I opened, a wooden block knife set, like a fancy knife set.
Okay.
And I said, oh, good, a knife set. This will look good on the counter next to the other 2 knife sets that I already own. I thought I'd rub that a little stink in her eye for that. That was from her. Somebody gave us this thing I can only call the duck platter. It's a white porcelain platter.
Mm-hmm.
It's got 4 porcelain roses on it and a porcelain duck shaped into it. Nobody wrote who it was from on the box. The Dirty Bee thinks it was a gag gift from one particular aunt and uncle who give gag gifts. Nobody claimed it. It is the ugliest piece of shit. And as soon as I was making fun of it, her dad's like, oh, something like that could be a priceless family heirloom. It might be worth up to $20,000. And I looked at my father-in-law and I said, you been watching too much goddamn Antique Roadshow? We received not 1, but 2 pressure cookers.
Because everybody loves cooking with pressure.
I don't know how to use a pressure cooker.
I had a friend's mom who would use a pressure cooker to cook steaks. Good flavor, horrible texture.
Yeah. The only thing I could think of pressure cookers being used for was at the Boston Marathon bombings.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with a different reference there. But, yeah, suppose you could use them for that.
Yeah, that's what they did. They made bombs out of pressure cookers, 2 of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I don't have any pressure cookers anymore.
What'd you do with them?
Well, the first person gave it to us, and then the second person saw the first one said, yeah, I'll take that back and get you something else.
Thank you.
And we don't need it, so her sister's going to buy it off us. Yay.
Were you opening these in front of a bunch of people or
Yes.
just her parents?
Yes, a bunch of people.
Oh, God, that is so uncomfortable doing that.
Oh, it fucking sucked dick.
I remember doing that after my Mrs. Number 1 and I got married at my parents' house. Ugh. I didn't like opening. I'd rather open up presents in the privacy of my own home.
I'd rather not have presents to open. I pretty much just asked for money to redo the bathroom.
Good. That's what you got.
I got a lot of money, yeah.
No, you got a little more from me.
Did I? I don't know. I didn't know.
It wasn't a ton, but
I was given the gift of a 6-pack of toilet paper from my mother-in-law.
Gag gift?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gift. Gag gift. That was to warm me up to the next gift.
A new toilet.
No. It was a box. A rather large Amazon box.
Mm-hmm.
Full of different seasonal decorations.
Yay?
These were not brand new per se. They were new, but they've been sitting in storage because she bought them for herself, and she's cleaning out the basement by giving us some for every holiday.
Okay. Well, that's the thought that counts.
I don't decorate for holidays.
I've noticed that.
My Christmas tree is a coil of garland held together with fish line with lights on it. It's got a peg, and you stick 2 poles together into a stand, and then you set the plug into the poles.
Yeah.
It takes 5 minutes to set up. I set it up every year on Christmas Eve. I take it down every year on Christmas night. It was given to me as a gift vis-a-vis a game of bar bingo where our card was paid for by my tattoo guy. Garrett, formerly of Monster Inc., now of Black Coffin Tattoo. Visit them at blackcoffintattoo.com. Tell him the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin sent you. He'll have no idea what that means, because I haven't seen him in a number of years. He's done all my work. Box of decorations. And here's my mom. Oh, I love it. I know he hates this right now. I love it. I opened it up and I just went, ha. How about that? And here's my mother-in-law. Just like, oh, well, now you'll have some decorations to spruce up the house for the holidays.
Some kindling for the fire.
Oh, fuck, I wish. That whole box could fall. It could have fallen out of the back of my trunk on the ride home. I would not have cried.
That's what I said. You would burn it.
Yeah, and a few items off of the now infamous wedding registry were given to us.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we already took those back. Didn't need an extra set of pots and pans. I already got one, and I didn't need a silverware set because I got one.
But was it nicer than the one you currently have?
I don't know. I fucking took it back anyway. That's called bathroom.
I would have upgraded.
No. The one my mom gave us is still in the box. And when I say she gave us, is that she gave it to me when I moved into my first apartment with my then girlfriend back in 2006. Been sitting around a while.
Yeah.
Don't want them. Don't need them. I'd take the other ones that she gave me back too if I knew I could get money for them.
You could just sell them on eBay. Or... Oh,
are you playing footsie with me?
Didn't do that on purpose.
Holy
I
Christ.
have to stretch my legs out.
Wins the RPS championship, thinks he can invade my fucking bubble. Don't be touching my toes with your toes, you weird fisty bastard.
Don't think anything sexual of it.
I can't even look at you right now.
Let's just not see each other for a while, okay?
I definitely, the next time we all go out to eat, will not be sitting across from you and the wife. I'll be sitting next to you. And hoping that a random tit-sucking contest doesn't break out.
You
What?
should probably sit between us.
No. Then I'm right there in the
That way
danger
you can
zone.
keep it from happening.
Oh, yeah, that's what I want, is you two reaching across my lap at each other to fidget on the table and me catching random elbow rubbage over my door.
How the hell did you know we did that?
I just call it a hunch. Call it a hunch. Before we close out the show, today is my birthday.
It is. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to me. Bang, bang. 35 today. And I took a rather tasteful photo to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
I had the wife take the photo. It was me wearing a birthday hat and nothing else.
Yep.
With the view of my downstairs skewed by a Fisher-Price child's bouncy horse.
You threw that away, right?
Fuck no, it's in the next room. It's still in the spot where I took the photo. You can wave to it on the way out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
My ass was clean when I sat on it. I just showered.
I hope so. I saw that picture. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
And my response, my comment in the comment section should have been a clear indication.
What about that? You didn't realize I had so many tattoos?
No. You didn't look?
Oh, I saw that too also,
Yeah,
yes.
I mean...
A few people have commented that they cannot now unsee that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's my birthday.
Happy birthday, dude.
Who wants cake?
Who wants cake? Not me.
Oh.
Not that cake.